I'm Caroline Wilson, I'm chairperson.
My name is Patricia Jordan and I am the Care Support and Development Manager for Banbridge and Craigavon Carers Support Group.
Hello, I'm Michelle Derby. I work for Banbridge and Craigavon Area Care Support Group. I am the care support worker and do all the admin, which includes a bit of finance and all sorts of bookwork.
We felt as a committee that we would be safer bringing in an outside organisation. I myself and I think the rest of the committee agree that we couldn't have carried out the review, and we wanted help from an outside organisation. We wanted to make sure that proper procedures were put in place.
I only came into post in May of this year, and the first thing I did was look at our policies and procedures and thought that the organisation needed to, I suppose, become more up to date. It had been up and running for a number of years and these had never been reviewed. So I thought it was good to get that done, and also very, very good to have an outside organisation come in and actually do that, to carry out that function for us. Especially when recommendations are being made about, the management committee, etc., that it wasn't seen to be coming from, myself or inside the organisation, but that an external agency was able to come in and offer help and advice.
I didn't have any concerns about going into the review. I just felt a bit nervous, as I think some of the other people were who were interviewed, but I had no hesitation.
Not at all, no. From my point of view as the manager, I knew that it needed to be done. And my job is to improve the organisation and make sure that we're continually improving and identifying any gaps in our organisation. And I felt that this could only bring, even if some of the comments might have been viewed as negative, there's just learning in it for us all, and that's always good for an organisation. It took a bit of persuasion, but I have to say not much. I think the board of directors realised that because some of them been around for such a long time, and procedures and policies hadn't been looked at for a number of years, that they thought that it would be beneficial.
I've seen a huge amount of difference, really down to the manager. I think there's been a lot of duties that have been left dormant and just either not done or not had the time to be done. There's a huge amount of change going on at the minute. Change even from staff members changing, but right through to policies and a lot of things, changing for the better.
I think it has made people think about the actual responsibility that goes along with being a member of a board of directors. Certainly the board of directors would not have looked at themselves as being employers, and the responsibilities that went along with that. And I think that has been a good thing.
Well, hopefully very shortly we will be able to have all our procedures in place.
Absolutely. We'll definitely plan to implement all of the recommendations.
There definitely is going to be an awful lot of change. There's going to be a lot of hard work to be done, but it can only be for the good. It's maybe going to bring out some negative feelings or points, but that's just, we're going to have to take that on and deal with them. I think there's going to be a lot of good change. No, we definitely couldn't have done it without the governance review help from yourselves. There's no way we could have had the time or the knowledge to sit down and do that. You definitely need to bring on somebody else. So definitely go ahead. You definitely need NICVA on to do it.
I would recommend it. I would say it's been a very positive process. Any fears or any, I suppose, reservations that anybody had, I feel, were addressed. It was really well facilitated from yourself, Ona, so I think that was helpful. And you really helped to alleviate any fears or concerns that people may have had.
Well, I would say that NICVA really helped us, and to certainly I would have no hesitation in recommending yourself or someone else in the organisation to come along and advise us on the way forward.
The Governance Review service provided by NICVA is available until the end of 2008, so if you think your organisation might be interested in applying for NICVA Governance Review, or if you simply want more information and your organisation's income is under 500,000, why not contact myself or Mark McCarry on 90 87 7777.